The elimination semi-final drew 87,000 to the Melbourne Cricket Ground for the cutthroat first semi-final between Collingwood and Fitzroy. Collingwood lost badly to North Melbourne last week, but they went into this game happy in the knowledge that they hadn't lost 2 games in a row all year. Fitzroy, in their first finals since 1960, had beaten Collingwood twice during the year, and very comfortably by 80 points and 42. Well, how would they go in this game against Collingwood? We joined the game 3 minutes into the first quarter, and the commentators Peter Booth, Tim Lane and Doug Mason.
Worthington changes his mind, spears it around to Ireland. Oh, tackled by McMahon fiercely. Here's Dreer, caught. McMahon runs slap bang into him, and he's dropped the ball. A Fitzroy free kick, and it's going to Graham Allen. And this is within kicking distance. 55 metres out, 50-degree angle. Allen, who started at half forward for Fitzroy after being named on the interchange bench, slams it away towards goal. Across the face it swings. Big fist of Moore. There's going to be a free kick, and it's going to Fitzroy's Beecroft against Worthington. Being spoken to by umpire Smith. And Bob Beecroft at what you would think would be unmissable range. 3 metres out. Should bisect the big sticks here. And does.
Fitzroy 1 goal 1. Collingwood yet to score. Umpire Soares. Alexander the better judgment on the bounce. Out towards Higgins. Higgins now from half back up towards half forward. A chance for Conlon. An awkward bounce. It goes down towards Dreer. No, it's another Collingwood player there. It goes out towards Ireland. Ireland on half back. A spiral torpedo up towards half forward flank. A chance for King. He'll knock it on, but he goes straight to Hanson. Hanson clears the ball from half back. Up towards Moore, though. Wearmouth is there. They can rattle it. Oh, they spoil one another. To Fitzroy. McMahon. And 15 metres because the ball wasn't delivered back correctly. Half forward flank now. Up towards Quinlan. Beecroft. Down towards Conlon. Dodges and weaves. Fires. And there's Fitzroy's second goal.
Alexander and Moore jostling, and Moore wins nicely. Smith off the ground. Wilson will put the Lions into attack. Smothered. Irwin to Richardson was good. Plenty of space. Pass too long. Easy mark to Picken. Star for the beaten Collingwood last week. To Ireland. Long to half forward. Looking for Kink. He's got 2 to beat. No chance. Higgins. Nicely positioned kick to Allen. On to Wilson. Bad kick though, surprisingly bad. Hit Wearmouth on the chest. He's gone. Gotta be gone. Fitzroy free kick. Good decision from umpire Smith, and Beecroft is 50 metres out. He's kicked 1. What a psychological boost this one would be for Fitzroy as they lead by 13 points after 6 minutes of play.
And Moore coming right in on top. This time it's Shaw bursting through, trying to get away from it, but here comes Anderson for Collingwood. Play's allowed to go on. There's a stoush in the centre, but we'll watch the footy. A push in the back by Davis. Ball to ground. Still in play, and finally it goes out over the wire for a throw in Collingwood's left forward pocket. They're yet to score. Fitzroy are 19. And it's going to be Derek Shaw and Ron Alexander. Alexander takes it out of the air. Kick smothered. Shaw. Waiting back Hanson and Higgins. Higgins gets the bounce. Away he goes. Should be shepherded by Hanson, and is well. A case of kick. And kicked out of grounds. He was hit behind the ear. There's umpire Smith speaking to kick. It could be a Fitzroy free kick down the ground, and should be, because he was dealt with behind play. And at centre wing you'll find it's a Fitzroy free kick, and it's going to
Harris.
Leon Harris.
Harris now out of side wing. Up towards Walls on the half-forward line. Mick McCarthy is there. Picken goes up, claims it, and is being paid the mark half-back flank. Fitzroy 19. Collingwood yet to score in this first semi-final. A huge crowd at the MCG. Alexander behind. There's Smith. Alexander. Oh, great mark. Right on top of Moore. Alexander from half-back. A wobbly old one. Dropping a bit short. Hand pass out of the pack to nobody. Held to him, says the field umpire Soars. It's going to be a ball up. Half-forward flank. Fitzroy into attack.
Quinlan this time against Moore, and Moore wins. Irwin wide looking for Harris. The race is on. Harris versus Barham. Harris. Throw in. 9 minutes gone. All Collingwood here. Olsen puts them into attack. Nicely placed hand pass, perhaps too far for Barham. Taylor takes it over the line. Another throw in. Almost 10 minutes into the first term. Fitzroy by 19 points. Oh, Wilson, what a hand pass to Harris, but he muffed it. Wearmouth. Wilson pressuring.
Shaw slams towards goal. It's across the face. Serafini set. Davis from behind attacks it. Anderson off the ground, a soccer goal. The Magpies first score to Graham Anderson.
"18 minutes gone. Collingwood 37, Fitzroy 27. Poor kick from Worthington. All Fitzroy. Quinlan spills a sitter. And luckily comes out of it with the football. Collingwood crowd not happy.
Beautiful kick, this fellow.
Too far to score, I'd imagine. Poor kick. Easy one in front. Beecroft.
Great pass.
Yes, that was one of those wobbling punt passes. And it hit Beecroft on the chest.
In all truth, Tim, it was a shocking kick, misdirected, and because Beecroft was in front, he collected the spoils.
And as Beecroft lines them up, a change being made as the experienced Merrigan comes on to replace McCarthy, who may be having trouble with that shoulder. Beecroft has kicked two. They're 9th straight behind as they go to 3 goals 10. Collingwood 5-7, and Fitzroy lucky to be within 9 points.
Cross towards Olsen, who misses the bounce but recovers. Gets it back inboard. Here's Anderson. Anderson had more clear but elected to go over his head towards Kemp, and at the back Hansen does it very handsomely. Across towards McMahon, but Barham's there. Grabbed, caught, ripped it out of his hands. It's Harris and Ireland with desperation. And Smith with a bounce. Much to the chagrin of Quinlan, I felt then, who was rather reluctant to give up the footy. Moore and Alexander, and Alexander has been outstanding. Allen caught. Says he threw it one hand, says umpire Smith. Onto Wearmouth. Wearmouth smothered by Allen, and that's desperation, which maybe he's ever been accused of not giving. Gives it to Quinlan. Oh, the fist! And he missed him! Quinlan onto Irwin. Irwin can bang it in towards goal here. Max Richardson behind with the set. Oh, should have marked it. Knocked over his head by Worthington to Wilson. Wilson dragged around. Take a free kick 15 metres out, and finally Fitzroy have justice smiling upon them. 9th kick this quarter for Gary Wilson. 3 kicks and 2 hand passes in the first quarter, and whilst he may have started quietly, he's caught a light here. Off comes Anderson, on goes Carlson for Collingwood, but Wilson in that right forward pocket. He's a right footer, and a very, very swirling wind is no certainty to kick Fitzroy's first goal since the first quarter. Across the face of goals it goes, out of bounds on the full. 2 behinds and 1 out of bounds for Gary Wilson, the Fitzroy champion, and the free kick to McCormack.
McCormack now from back pocket. Irwin, yes, the mark's paid.
Doubt that. Not the decision, but I doubt the mark, Pete. Thought you had to hang on to him.
Warwick Irwin, half-forward flank, about 55 metres out. Beecroft leads. Kick number 11 to Irwin. He's going to square it. It's going to land about 20 metres out from goal, right in front of the walls. Punched away. Who's down? Max Richardson, Wearmouth. No support for Wearmouth. Yes, there's some there. He's got to go back inboard to Ray Shaw. Shaw paddles the ball. Oh, he meets Conlon head on. Picked up by Walls. Fires for goal. And that's Fitzroy's score.
23 minutes gone. Second quarter, Fitzroy back to within 3 points. And they're lifting. Merrigan, first touch to Allen. Looking for Wilson, taken by McMahon. Broad swung back, not enough. And Fitzroy 4-11, trail Collingwood 5-7 by 2 points. McCormack straight down the middle, but straight to Quinlan, and he missed it. Alexander, like a rover, not a bad kick, but wobbles away to the pocket. Still in play. And it lets Worthington in. Max Richardson showing plenty of toe and did well to force a throw in when it looked as if Worthington could run away from him and have a clear kick. And Slapsy Maxi feels that perhaps there was a kick out of bounds on the fall.
Walls and Shaw. Comes down to Max Richardson, goes up the shaft. Here's Ray Byrne and Bill Picken, who was Mr. Safety himself, taking the 15-metre penalty.
How many marks, Kevin, for
6 mark. And about 15-metre penalty. A bad kick coming across to meet it as Edwards. He gets a shocking bounce. Here's Brewer, who's done absolutely nothing. Goes to McMahon. He goes over the top of McMahon, who'll get a free kick just for falling on the ground. McMahon with a wobbly one comes out towards Wilson. Wilson well shepherded, picks it up and smashes towards goal, and that's another shocker. Knocked around through for another Fitzroy behind. Gary Wilson will credit that one too, has kicked 3 behinds and 1 out of bounds without a major score.
McCormack out to Shaw, that's Derek Shaw. Carlson the lead, but he's going over the top of Carlson to Ray Shaw, although Brewer is there and so is Olsen. Knocked on by Fitzroy up towards half forward. A chance here for Allen, who's playing a better game this week. Down to Beecroft. Oh, nearly got it. Conlon in there too. Rebounds out to Conlon. Luck of the draw, that one. McCormack's kick. Wilson, who's had a tremendous second quarter. Looking for a hand pass. He gets it. Harris. Oh, shocking kick by Harris. Byrne.
Great tackle, Michael Conlon.
Hasn't he shown some strength?
40 metres out on the angle. You'll see the angle in just a moment. He's about 15 metres into the boundary. This will be 7th kick to Michael Conlon. He's kicked 1 goal 1. Fitzroy trail by a point, and this could level or put them in front. It won't put them in front, but it will certainly level.
Moore at the back. Smashes it to Morris. Morris drives it into attack. Hanson in front and takes the easy one. And was away. There was no question.
Didn't run over the mark, Doug.
Gets a little chip into Smith, who's been a rock of Gibraltar at centre-half back. He's got Keys free. Morris bearing down upon that player, but he gets boot to ball. At the back is Ireland. Oh, a good mark there by Quinlan, who it's about time did something, because he's been suspiciously silent with the pressure on.
In towards Beecroft. Worthington from behind. The punch off beats them all. Nicely trapped by Wearmouth. Gets a nice call from McCormack. And the Collingwood defence is playing with more surety since half-time. Up towards Derek Shaw again. Hanson from behind. The punch in front of the pack. It goes down towards Edwards, who's very slow. Handball across to Morris. An open goal from 45 metres out. He fires. And it's home.
Now the gauntlet thrown down to Fitzroy. Can they fight back? Moore and Alexander, well done Moore, but gives it to no one. Harris, oh, makes a bit of a mess. Edwards to Barham, he can line them up. He's put it through. Alexander, Conlon.
Conlon across to the forward pocket. Walls at full forward now and puts his body in beautifully. Leaves it to Wilson. Wilson with skills. Was legged. Must take a free. Comes comes into the centre, straightens up and kicks towards goal. This is going to swing in and a goal to Gary Wilson. That was what Fitzroy needed.
Collingwood by 15 points at the 15-minute mark. Oh, mighty thump by Moore. That's about the first big thump of the match. Under Barham again. This could be second goal in 2 minutes. He fires. He's put it through.
4 to 1-1 in the term so far. Collingwood taking all the honours. 15 minutes gone, and the Woods by 21 points, and again Moore wins at the centre bounce. McMahon to Smith. Wilson, big leap at the back. And a ball up. Alexander late on the scene, gets a mighty knock. It's a beauty to Wilson, to Conlon. Still going. Push in the back. No. Must have been close. And another ball up. 30 metres out from Fitzroy's goal front. Bad bounce for Fitzroy. About 4 Collingwood players had it between them. Moore. Good hand pass. Worthington lets it go to Olsen.
Out of bounds.
Bad luck for Collingwood because they had about 30 metres of open territory.
It's in the left forward pocket for Fitzroy. They desperately need another goal. They're trailing by 21 points. We've gone 17 minutes into term 3. Moore and McCarthy. McCarthy with a tremendous leap. Comes out to Brewer. Brewer, for about his first kick, gets in the way, feeds it inboard to Morris, who's been sparkling in the centre since half-time. Up to the forward pocket, there's Wearmouth, gathers it in, pelts it back towards the forward line, but it's over and out of bounds on the full, and it will be either Higgins or Hansen. Let's see. Higgins to take it. He's in Fitzroy's left back pocket. Such was the speed with which it came up the ground. Smith in front, and behind them, Edwards, perfectly positioned, outmarked them all. Slips it back into Collingwood skipper Ray Shaw. And Ray Shaw looking for leads everywhere. And they're as conspicuous by their absence as snow at the equator. So Shaw with socks down. That's a bad sign. Into the goal mouth. Derek Shaw knocked towards the ground, taken over and out of bounds for a throw-in. Right beside the behind post. Fitzroy's right behind post, 3 metres away.
Collingwood lead by 21 points at the 18-minute mark in this third quarter. Down the ground, Kink. Hurley spun it out to. He won't have to. He fires. He's put it through. A great goal.
And the 79 season virtually over for Fitzroy as they trail by 22 points. 27 minutes into the final quarter of the first semi. Hansen in front, nicely to Conlon, who hasn't stopped trying either. But sometimes his efforts have been a little bit misguided as they were then. Moore looking for kick. Had the sit behind Muggerton. Olsen well tackled by about 4 opponents. Richardson to Allen, who's had plenty of kicks. Big one to full forward. Must be Quinlan. Open goal coming up. Walls, in fact, kicks his third. And Fitzroy to within 16 points at the 28-minute mark.
There's 2 giants again, Alexander and Moore. And umpire Saws has plucked a free kick out of it to Ray Shaw. Again, much to the chagrin of Alexander, who I'm certain has had a few words to say about some of the umpiring decisions. He shouldn't have, but nevertheless, he has. Under Moore. Davis poised, the fists, here's Kink. Had a very quiet first half, but he's burnt in the second half. Ball over the line and out of bounds. It's 29 minutes gone, and it's all Collingwood's this first semi-final for 1979 as they lead by 16 points. Alexander trying to steal it out of the air. Taylor picks it up and boots it back here towards Conlon, and it's over the line on the full, so Ricky Barham will take the free for Collingwood.
It's been a 9-goal last quarter, 6 to Fitzroy and 3 to Collingwood. Barham very proper, had a sensational third quarter in which he kicked a couple of very good goals on the run. He squares it down towards Edwards. Anderson. Oh, he hit the post. And Collingwood lead by 17 points. Graham Anderson has kicked, to my tally, 4 goals, 1 today.
The only blot on his escutcheon that, and it was just the barest of misses.
Merrigan signalling that he'll go long. Alexander falls over and Moore should have taken the centre. Wilson takes the result from crumbs, and he's going to run and run. onto McMahon. Oh, bad fumble. Quinlan making position inside. Oh, ran into all sorts of trouble. You're gone, Bernie. Ireland's free kick. To Brewer. To Wearmouth. Fumbles seem to have been contagious out there today. Brewer now inside to Byrne. To half forward is a well-placed kick. Oh, man behind, I thought. Hansen, yes, over the top of Stewart, who's just come onto the ground. And 9th mark to Hansen in a sterling, lion-hearted performance.
Goes towards McMahon, the fist of Ireland, the speed of Conlon. Oh, breaks clear. Look at the pace of the man. Look at him go. Up towards centre-half forward. Slips away towards goal. This could be another one. Beecroft, no, off hands and through from behind. Great play again, Michael Conlon. He's another one who's never stopped trying for Fitzroy, and they're now trailing by 16 points.
McCormack. 31.5 minutes of play. We've had 9 goals scored, so it could be another minute or so yet. Keep coming down from the half-forward line. Stole that ball away. From a standing start, the thumping one, that's his 9th mark. Down towards Stewart, gets a bit of a shove. There's Moore having to rove to that. Bulldozes his way through, gets the handball out to Stewart. Stewart onto Anderson. This could be goal number 5. No, he may get it. He's trying to get it out of the pack. He's being held. He'll take the free kick 35 metres out from goal. So his 13th kick, he's become a very clever player. In recent years has been in and out of the Collingwood team and has certainly been found wanting in the finals. But he seems to read the game better. There's the first semi-final. Anderson fires. It's a goal. Collingwood finish on 16.
Well, Collingwood led by a point at quarter time. Fitzroy led at half time by a goal, and then Collingwood in the third quarter went away to lead by 32 before finally winning by 22 points. For Collingwood, Anderson kicked 5 goals, Kink 3 and Barham 2, so they got really good service out of their 2 wingmen, Anderson and Barham, back after injury with 5 and 2 goals apiece. And for Fitzroy, Walls kicked 3 and Beecroft and Conlon each kicked 2 goals. So Fitzroy bow out of the competition after such a gallant effort during the year. And Tom Hafey leads Collingwood into the preliminary final next week against North Melbourne, and so that's a repeat of the 2 grand finals that we had between those 2 teams in 1977. After the game, Peter Booth asked Tom what he thought of the win over the Lions.
We're very, very pleased, of course, because it now keeps us in the running for the flag. I was very pleased with the way the players fought back because they were down at times, and you know, I think it was a courageous team effort, to be quite honest, Peter.
The kicking for goal still seems to be a problem, an overlay from last week.
Yes, it is a
few
problem.
Easy ones missed. Were they very conscious of it, Tom, or not?
Yes, although we practiced it quite a bit throughout the week. We've really worked hard at trying to you know, to do a good job as far as kicking for goal, but unfortunately everything's been, you know, it was a little bit disappointing, I suppose, and we've missed too many of them.
What about the standard of today's game? Did you think it rose to great heights?
Oh, I never know much about the standard, to be quite honest, Peter. I'm more concerned with the actual the way the players are playing, sort of thing. You know, not so much the anything else, but you know, the way we're playing.
You must have said something fairly biting to them at half-time to outscore Fitzroy by 7 goals to 1 in that third quarter.
Well, I was disappointed with the second part of our second quarter. I thought the too many players were very, very slack. They just didn't put in anywhere near enough. We had a reasonable break, and yet Fitzroy took the lead away from us.
What about Ricky Barham? Obviously, he's not 100% fit. Very spasmodic, brilliant at times, but can you afford to carry him next week against North Melbourne?
I don't think we carried him, Peter. I think that he was a real plus for us. Ricky's a very good player, and I think that he adds a lot of strength and pace to our side. With his first game back for quite some time, and he's hardly played a game throughout the year, you know, we were really pleased that he was able to get through the game.
Tom, a vital question. North Melbourne has had the wood on you for the last 4 or 5 years in finals. A big test next week. Anything different you can do to try and beat them?
Oh, no, I think that we just got to play for 100 minutes the way that we played in the first half last week and the way we probably played most of today. They'll be difficult, we understand that, but, you know, we really believe we're in there with a real fighting chance.
Collingwood coach Tom Hafey. And the last three teams left, Carlton, North Melbourne and Collingwood, finished in the first three places at the end of the home and away games. And once again it proves it's very difficult to go on in the finals, finishing in 4th and 5th places, because both Essendon and Fitzroy failed to go past the second week of finals. Well, there's still more top football action to come in these further highlights of our two semi-finals.
Serafini out to Hanson. No, Barham's in front of Harris. Harris nearly got it. Bad spill. Goes to Ireland. Gets the call from Barham. Barham's kicked down towards Shaw again. Oh, Davis got pushed out. Sprints out to Morris. Rebounds out of his hand towards Shaw. He can't even see daylight. He fires and he stopped it. He's put it through for Collingwood's second goal.
Fitzroy at 21, Collingwood at 17, as Wearmouth centres towards Kink, and Kink makes pace beautifully. Flips the hand pass back in to Worthington, going up the ground. Worthington's got a hand pass on to Edwards. Edwards will be caught. Gets it to Davis. He's caught in turn, and it all comes unstuck because of bad play. Here goes Higgins to save. He's beautifully shepherded. Play on. Comes down the centre, and spears in towards McMahon, who will mark. Got to be paid.
In this quarter, Fitzroy have added 4 behinds, and Collingwood have kicked 1 goal. Down to Shaw again, weaves his way through. In towards Peter Moore, who's having a rest. Alexander down there. Oh, Moore's got it. No, on the Wearmouth. An open goal. He'll draw Serafini out. Davis, a Collingwood goal.
Oh, and look at him go now. He loves to run, this fellow. Slams it down towards full forward. It's all Collingwood as McCormick's there. From the back is Walls, and McCormick bounce yet again. Carlson gets a nice favourable bounce. Opens it up. Derek Shaw in the set posse here. Should have marked. Kicked a goal. He's got Harris on his left. Doesn't bother about Harris. Bangs it back to Wilson. And Wilson's got all the room in the world, but decides to go back. No, he comes inboard to Irwin. Irwin straightens up and pops. And he's put it through. Goes to Morris, who has got a paddock in front of him. He pops in towards Kink lurking, and oh, the incredible Kink comes back towards Edwards. Oh, as cool as you like. On to Anderson, goal number 4 for Collingwood, and shut the gate now. Comes to Allen. Allen comes back inboard towards Quinlan. Quinlan and Picken over both heads. Here's Harris. Harris on to Conlon, who's been a very good player. Conlon sells the dummy, goes one way and then the other. Decides to race past Picken, which he does with ease. Straightens up and fires towards goal, and he has put it through.
Fitzpatrick in front. McCann a good leap. Down to Jarrett. On to Sutton. Sutton up to half-back with his kick. Blight out number 2 to 1. Uses his body brilliantly. Over the top to Tanner. Gets a favourable bounce over half-back. And down he goes. He's only got Peter Jones to run away from. That's easy. Third kick coming up to Xavier Tanner. He's taken it from half-back to half-forward. Beautiful football to Bryant. Back to Tanner. But he gets a bad bounce. Jones has gone all the way with him, but can't go any further. Centres to full forward. Easton! Great mark! Schimmelbusch coming up for kick number 7 at the 22.5-minute mark. A high one to half forward. Jones in front. Glendinning over the top. What a mark. Pomp gets the handball over the top and has a bit of a dash. Drives it to half forward. Sheldon got a bit of a nudge and was helped on by Jarrett, who flicked the ball back to a teammate, but it could be pressure from McCann. Bounces all right for Sutton. Under pressure, he kicks it virtually up and down in the one spot. Bad bounce from McCann. Look out. Here comes Johnston. Johnston in the clear with a short pass to Sheldon. Forward pocket. Impossible angle. Short pass to Brown in the goal square, who marks.
Wright takes the mark on centre wall.
Immediately looks for a lead in the centre of the ground from Glendinning. Got it. Glendinning still running. Doole's picked him up. Running aside. Good play. Doole never stops concentrating. Takes it to the Jeslenko's mistake. Finds Buckley, who's running right in this second term, but can't kick straight. Down to Brown. Tension. Oh, and Fitzpatrick picks up. Runs into an open one. Blazes away.
It's a free kick to North Melbourne. Opposing skippers involved, and Schimmelbusch with the free. Kick number 12. Long kick to full forward. Sutton at the back. Gets in front. Almost the mark. Off hands to Casson. Left foot snap. In the forward pocket, a chance here for Boys. Oh, what a grab. Plays on quickly. Caught. Holding the ball. What a tackle by McConville.
Franco takes the tap from the centre, immediately puts Carlton to attack the McClure. Telescopic arms didn't work for him this time. He's pulled down by Good, who hasn't been a good player. Up to Mackay. balancing it with his fingers, then a little tap to make it bounce, changes direction and boots. It's through.
Fitzpatrick and McCann. McCann wins and takes it out of the centre, up to centre half forward. Melrose gets in front, at the back Blight. Sutton over the top of Blight. Blight coming up for his 4th goal in the last quarter. Bang! And he's done it. And it's only 4 goals the difference at the 21-minute mark. Well, that was Australian football at its best. And now for our competition, so get your pens and paper ready and a chance to enter the competition and see the VFL Grand Final. We're giving 2 tickets for each of our Mark of the Year and Goal of the Year competitions and travel from interstate. We have 2 return economy tickets from TAA where you can fly to Melbourne and a chance to see the Grand Final. So a weekend here on us, and all you have to do is to agree with us on our selection of Mark and Goal of the Year. Firstly, we go to the Mark of the Year, and we've reduced them from our 12 of last week down to 6. And the details of how to enter a little bit later, but here they are, and let's have your pick for the Mark of the Year.
Carlton take Mark back again towards Carlton full forward line. The corner being held.
Driving the Tigers deep into attack. Roach is the lead back. Oh, spectacular mark by Roach.
Carmen's down there with Moyer. Carmen! What a mark! Fabulous Phil!
Breen. Barker. Oh, what a mark.
Madden call for it. Oh, trouble here. Oh, Peckham. Oh, what a mark. Dropping in the teeth of goal. Edge of the square. Danaher sets himself. Oh, Hawthorn mark.
And address your envelope to Mark of the Year competition, GPO Box 1279L, Melbourne 3001. And on the back of the envelope, your answer, and don't forget your own name and address, because it's no good to us if you forget to put your name and address on it. So that's for the Mark of the Year. And now we go to the Goal of the Year. Again, we've reduced it from 12 to 6. If you happen to have picked something that has been eliminated by us, please enter again. We'd love to see your entries, and we've been staggered by the response that we've had since we announced the competition last week. So here are the 6 best goals of the year and a further chance to see some of the top highlights of the season.
Well shepherded, got the chance and kicks into the man. Here's Gaunt and Paul Morwood. Morwood, great play. Sensational play.
Forward pocket, spills one, has another chance, kicks for goal. Oh, magnificent goal by Craig Davis. Quinlan. Forward pocket, Bernie Quinlan. It's close. Oh, goal.
Stewart. Payton. Banks. Oh, threads his way through, steers towards goal and puts through a miracle goal.
Quick kick out in the direction of Wood. Greg is there, could have got a free kick. Backing up his Ells. Breaks clear now and goes goalward. No, a hand pass to Melrose. On to Ells, you've got to get rid of it. Well done, Stanley Ells. Oh, great piece of play, Ells.
That won't make the distance. He's just come on in Moyer. Had a shot for goal. And it's a goal. What a clever goal that was, too.
And again, your entries to the Goal of the Year competition, GPO Box 1279L, Melbourne 3001, and nothing required inside the envelope. On the back, your answer and your name and address. And we're offering for each of the Mark and Goal 2 tickets to the Grand Final and interstate travel from anywhere in Australia to Melbourne to see the Grand Final. So go to it. Entries close last mail on Wednesday, and next week in our preliminary final edition of the winners, the VFL General Manager Jack Hamilton will be drawing out the winners, and so we'll be announcing it on air, but we'll be notifying you on the Monday of the Grand Final. So go to it, and good luck in your quest to see the Grand Final. Well, now, before going on to the Mark of the Day, taken in the semi-finals, let's have a look at the goal-kicking list. And Kelvin Templeton leads with a total of 91 from Michael Roach on 90. Those two have completed their season. Bob Beecroft of Fitzroy kicked only 2 in the first semi-final to go to 87 for the season, and so he couldn't overtake Kelvin Templeton in his last chance since the Fitzroy have now been eliminated. So Templeton will be the leading goal kicker for the season for the 2nd year in a row. Last year he kicked 118 and this year 91. Craig Davis of Collingwood kicked 1 for a total of 81. He can add to that, but he's 10 goals behind Kelvin Templeton and would need 11 to knock him off. Well, now we go to the mark of the day, and incidentally our marks and goals taken in the finals won't be candidates for mark and goal of the year, because that being part of our competition, we've already reduced those to the best 12 and now the best 6 of the year. So now to the mark of the day, and it was taken by Collingwood's centre half-back, the effervescent Billy Picken.
Through McCormack. Up towards Kick again, outnumbered Kick, but the ball falls to ground anyway. A chance for Harris. Barham is there. Hasn't done a great deal. Edwards goes in. The ball sprints out to Harris. Now it's Taylor. Taylor on the wing. In towards McCarthy. Picken will go. Picken! Oh, unbelievable stuff.
And next week's match, the preliminary final between Collingwood and North Melbourne at VFL Park, and the winner to go on and play Carlton in the grand final in a fortnight's time at the MCG. Well, that's just about all we have for you this week. Hope you've enjoyed the program. Come back again next week for the results of our competition and the action from the preliminary final. We'll leave you with the goal of the day, and we've had him a few times this year. It was kicked by Fitzroy's Michael Conlon, but watch out in the closing titles. And this fellow's never short of a word or a gesture to the umpire. Again, Bill Picken.
As you like. Feeds it on to Merrigan. Merrigan at Griver comes to Allen. Allen comes back inboard towards Quinlan. Quinlan and Picken over both heads. Here's Harris. Harris on to Conlon, who's been a very good player. Conlon sells the dummy, goes one way and then the other. Decides to race past Picken, which he does with ease. Straightens up and fires towards goal, and he has put it through. What a great